Shalom, shalom. Real Hebrew Israelite coming week in, week out to prophesy the downfall of America and its society. I want to start off giving all praise and glory and honor to Yahawah, YAHAWASHI, Rakakadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders and GMS and brothers that sincerely doing this work. And a few sisters that are listening and learning and being obedient to their husbands. This the brother Mothers Awayunya, aka Mataz. And I'm coming back with another quick video. And as you're going to see on the title, Homeland Security is trying to incite a race war. And they want to get rid of blacks and Latino people. That's what they want to do because they know we the true children of God. And these Edomites are mad. And they trying to do anything in their power to slander us. But it ain't going to happen. You're not going to slander the men of the Lord. So I'm gonna let this video play.
All right, guys, we got to talk about this. So you know how we basically have a bunch of young groyper idiots who are staffing the Republican politicians' campaigns and their cabinets and stuff. Well, now that's all coming to a head. You know, you're seeing them tweet casual Nazi memes, subtle hidden Heil Hitler stuff, remigrate, which is just a euphemism for ethnic cleansing. Now you have the Department of Homeland Security is trying to start a race war based on fake news and lies. Here's one example right here. So Homeland Security tweets the following. If you threaten or lay hands on our law enforcement officers, we will hunt you down and you will find out really quick. We'll see you cowards soon. So they tweet this video. We're going to take a look at this video. Ready? So it's a 10-second video. I'm going to mute it because it's copyright music that's playing. But it says on the screen here, ICE, we're on the way. Word in the streets, cartels put a $50K bounty on y'all. And so it's a group of black kids, black teenagers. And, this one's trying to make like a scary looking face or whatever and cover, putting a mask over his mouth. But the idea is it looks like they're sort of threatening ICE. They're threatening ICE and saying we're working with the cartels or whatever to make $50,000 by killing you. So look at this. Ready? Now, again, look at how young these black kids are. I'm actually not even sure. Some of them might not even be teens, right? Like they might be teens, but some of them look like they might even be younger. This could be like a 12-year-old, right? But Homeland Security tweets this out. Okay, ready for the reality? Here is the original video that they fucking changed the text on. So this was tweeted in the wake of Trump attacking Iran. This was tweeted, this video with the text, "You seen what we can do. Don't say something that you can't finish, Iran. We are already united. We all stand. We want all the smoke." So here we go. So this was a video, like a bunch of, kid's got fucking braces. Again, he's like 12 years old. This is a video of, if anything, it's sort of like, I don't think these people are outright political, but it's sort of like a subtle pro-Trump thing, if anything. Because they're basically like joking and threatening Iran here and pretending like, yeah, you want to fuck with us? Like, we'll fuck you up. We're America. So if anything, it's like a tacit agreement with Trump illegally bombing Iran. And Department of Homeland Security just lied and now put a fucking target on this kid's back by pretending he's threatening ICE agents. This is so fucking irresponsible, but they don't care. They're trying to spark a fucking race war, is what they're trying to do. Trying to get a black teen, if that, maybe a black 12-year-old killed. All right, ready? So here's the kid. The young man responds.
So I'm getting these mad messages from my DMs and social media and on my comments. And I randomly get a text message talking about a recent video that was posted on my account. I was like, what are y'all talking about? By the way, I'm sick, so if I sound weird, yeah. I get threats daily on IG and everywhere all over my social media all of a sudden due to an old video I posted months ago about Iran. That was not to be a threat. It was literally a joke, bro. Like, seriously, it's just content. Anyways, once I seen that video that was posted on my account, then I was like, what the fuck? Well, didn't I post this like months ago? Then I seen the caption, and then I was like, wait, I didn't do that. I still got the video saved on my draft from months ago on TikTok, bro. I'm gonna pull it up right here. Here's the fucked up part. The federal government is involved for something that I didn't do. Like, what? So this is what they reposted off my TikTok, that video got taken down. So here's what they reposted on their page. Now that video was going crazy as hell on Twitter, bro. Now I'm a threat to the government for something that I didn't do, bro. Now I'm being called a wannabe YN, a wannabe gangster over a video that I didn't caption or I didn't post. So thankful my followers for letting me know about this, because seriously, this is getting out of hand. Like literally, this is going crazy, viral all over social media right now. Probably might end up being on the news, bro. So my apologies for that contradiction and rumors from happening. I know my First Amendment, but I did not post that video. So to clear that out, I did not post that video, and I apologize for all the rumors that's going around right now on social media about this conflict.
They smeared this kid and they defamed this kid, and now he's got to come out and be like, "Wait, I didn't say that. I didn't do that. It was a joke video against Iran." Think about how crazy this is. Like the lack of accountability, the lack of common sense, the lack of concern for others. I mean, it literally is just like griped up fucking idiots running the Department of Homeland Security account. I'm sure other fucking accounts. You got white nationalists and Proud Boys and Klansmen and all sorts of shit getting the positions at ICE, basically like deputized fucking redneck street thugs. And like, look at what they're trying to do. These are not people that are interested in creating a better country, like improving the country for people. These are people that are interested in fucking division and hatred is what they are. And so here we are. Now, by the way, there will probably be zero fucking accountability for this, zero consequences for this. Because you see what happens. The other week, you had the Republicans group chat leak, and they're saying shit like, "I love Hitler, and let's put our enemies in the gas chamber." And J.D. Vance comes out and says, boys will be boys, kids will be kids. Meanwhile, the chat is for people between ages 18 and 40. I'm fucking 37. I could technically be in the young Republicans group chat, right? And J.D. Vance is defending it. So if they can't even condemn, "I love Hitler, and let's put our enemy in the gas chambers," and they called NBA basketball monkey ball and shit, what are the chances that somebody's going to step in and hold the fucking groiped up idiot running that account accountable? Next to nothing. Next to zero. Next to zero. And so now this kid's got to walk around thinking, shit, is somebody going to fucking murder me over a fake video that I didn't say the things in that video? I wasn't fucking threatening ICE? It's just incredible, man. It's just incredible. We are so far gone. We are so through the looking glass. This country is so fucking cooked by these absolute hateful little spiteful, wretched cretins who are trying to usher in fascism as quick as possible. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click.
But fair use for that video, but fair use. But yeah, this is crazy. But this scripture just come right in mind right here. It's Revelations 12 and 9. It says, "And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him," because this man is literally the deceiver of the whole earth. That same serpent back in the garden is the so-called white man, Esau, Edom, the Edomites. Simple as that. That old dragon, the devil, Satan. Hold on, let me just prove that he's that serpent. This is Malachi 1. I'm starting 2. "I have loved you, saith the Lord Yahweh, yet ye saith, where hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother? Saith the Lord Yahweh, yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau, and laid his mountain and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness," which prove that he is that dragon. So that same devil, this so-called white man, from the garden all the way to Cain, to Esau, the Edomites that's running this world today, these Amalekites, these little hats, those are your devil right there. That's your deceiver of the whole world. Simple as that. And he's going to keep deceiving, keep lying to the people because they want to incite a race war. So, verse 10, "And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, Now is come salvation and strengthen in the kingdom of the Most High Power God and the power of His um, Mashiach for the accusing of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our Most High Power God day and night. And that's what exactly what he did. He was this man lied on this young man. I'm not gonna say he was 12 years old, man. That sounds like an insult. He was not no 12 years old, man. He was probably like 16, 15, maybe 17 at the most. Because when you see his actual video, you could tell he's a little older than 12. But whatever, man. But at the end of the day, they try to accuse this young man and try to make it seem like he was coming at the Homeland Security when he wasn't. But they trying to strike up a race war. So what these devils gonna do? They're gonna accuse, because who is the targets? Who ICE been snatching down here in Chicago, man? They've been snatching down the Latinos and Negroes, man. Our people. That's who they want to get rid of. Blacks and Latino people, man. They want to put us in slavery again, like hardcore bondage. You know, that's what they want to do. And this man is just getting exposed on every side. And everybody is starting to see this man's true colors. He can't run from what's inevitable. You can't run from your judgment, Esau. You know, all you doing is making yourself look more and more like a fool, because all of your plans are failing. Ain't no more wisdom in teaming. Let me get that. Matter of fact, let's see if it pop up like that. I know what I mean, but sometimes you put it in, it gives you something. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Let me get this Jeremiah 49. This Jeremiah 49 and 7. It says, concerning Edom, thus said the Lord of hosts, is wisdom no more than teeming? Is counsel perish from the ponders? Is there wisdom vision? So yeah, man. Hey, look, man. This man is falling on all sides. Like, this man is like, he can't hide from who he is anymore. Everybody is starting to see that this man is the devil, man. You know, he can't escape from what's reality. And if he think he's going to escape from reality, he think he's going to run from this judgment, you out of your mind. You know, it's not going to happen, man. I'm going to skip down to 10. But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he should not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren, and his neighbors, and he is not. Exactly. So this man is now being seen to be the devil he is. Ain't nobody gonna, you know, help you devils at the end. Everybody is ready to get at you, because all you doing is keep lying. All you doing is keep lying and spreading these lies. You can't accept that you're the Edomites, and y'all know that y'all queendom is falling. It's falling. Simple as that. And now you're trying to incite this race war, and which is going to happen. It's inevitable to happen. It has to happen. It's Jacob's trouble. But now you just being seen to be the devil. Michael 2:1. Woe to them that woe to them that devise iniquity and work of evil upon their bed, When the morning is light, they practice it because it's in the power of their hand. And that's what they do. They look to incite wickedness so they could push it and then push their agenda, which they want to push the NWO, the New World Order, and they want to get the mark of the beast, the MOTB, which is the microchip. They ready to microchip people, but they need this war to kick off to be able to do that. You know, they need enough people to be in that vulnerable state. So when it's going crazy out here, ain't no more food in the stores. People are murdering each other everywhere. Things is getting buck wild. Wild animals is eating people. People are eating people. You know, when all that chaos come, that's when they gonna want to try to say we got the solution, and the solution is gonna be that MOTB. And a lot of people are going to submit and take that. That's the whole reason why they want to push this race war and incite this type of stuff, you know, to get this thing cracking. They ready to get it cracking. They ready to get this thing popping out here, which is going to go into this. Second Ezra 15 and 14. It says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword and the destruction draw nigh, and one people should stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands." So this is what's going to end up happening. It's about to be chaos everywhere. And while people can't see that the chaos is about to brew up, it's about to get more crazy out here, more worse than what it already is. Hey, a lot of people ain't gonna understand it. The only ones that's got the answers is the true men of the Lord, and we the ones who's actually showing y'all that these people are the devil. Ain't nobody else letting you know, and then ain't nobody else letting you know 100% truth and letting you know all their plans that they plan to do. Nobody can do that because we in the spirit of YAHAWASHI, and we telling you all of Esau's plans. And that's his plan. He want this to happen. He's looking forward to this destruction day. Verse 16. For there should be sedition amongst men and invading one another. They should not regard their king nor princes, nor in the course of their actions to stand in their power. And this is what they're gonna do. They're gonna take everything by force. See, they want to put us back in that vulnerable state. You know, they want to make America great again, which is make a great American Edom again. Ain't no such thing as white people. I'm not gonna say white because ain't no such thing as white people. They're red. You know, ain't no white person walking around. And look at Donald Trump. He orange red. He like orange is red. He's red. So you gotta understand these people are the devil, man. And they're gonna deceive you. And they meant to deceive the whole world. They want to push this agenda. They want these things to happen. This is all in plan. Really, this ultimately set up by Yahweh to show his power because he's hardening their hearts. He hardening this the modern day Pharaoh heart, you know, and he's gonna be hardened towards us because he's gonna come down with that great wrath eventually. A man should desire to go into a city and should not be able, and they're gonna have checkpoints set up. You ain't gonna be able to go into certain cities, certain towns. You know, it's not happening. There's going to be checkpoints. They're going to want to know your identification. They want to know all your info and all of that for you to even enter into that place. These are the times that we are coming to, while everybody in the world thinking everything is a game. This stuff is about to happen. We are literally at the end of the end. This is happening in our lifetime. It's not happening in any other lifetime. So when you seeing these things, and this is why we constantly push and push and push to warn you people. We're coming to the end of this thing, and the only thing that's gonna save us is Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahawashi. Simple as that. No matter of working out you do in the world is gonna help you. No matter of prepping you doing in this world is gonna help you. No matter of whatever you think you preparing yourself, you're not gonna be prepared for this war. The only way you're going to be prepared for it is preparing yourself with YAHAWASHI and getting knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and keeping these laws to the best of your ability, teaching this truth correctly. You women getting in order with a man, and listening to him, and knowing the true names, Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. That's the only thing that's going to protect us. Cause I was looking at this other video. Um, I'm thinking about doing a separate video on Lord willing, how this guy was mentioning that, hey man, we not prepared for no war, man. America is not prepared for any of this. Then you got people in the comment, then this one dumb female, everything went over her head. And she talking about, I need to get in the gym more. Ain't nothing wrong with working out, for the record. I work out. I take care of myself. I eat to the best of my ability, as good as I can. Only eat certain things that I like to eat on certain days. I discipline myself a lot, but that don't mean anything. That's not gonna save you. That's the point. I'm a man that actually do this, and I know that ain't gonna save me. I know a gun ain't gonna save me. I know ain't none of that is gonna save me. The only thing that's gonna save me is Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, and that's what we gotta remember. And when it's crack, and it's a done deal. It's a done deal, man. You know. It says, for because of their pride, the city should be troubled, the houses should be destroyed, and men should be afraid. A man should have no pity upon his neighbor, but should destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and great tribulation. And then the number one thing, that other video I heard, dude said, we too busy trying to kill each other. How we gonna even have be prepared for Iran when people kill each other over murdering each other over the stupidest reasons? How you gonna be able to fight against someone y'all so segregated in your own country, your own so-called country, because it's really a corporation, but y'all already segregated yourselves here? So what makes you think you going to be able to withstand what's about to come? You're not going to be able to withstand in that day. It's impossible. You're going to really just put yourself in the okie doke, and you're going to hurt yourself, man. Because it ain't no escaping what Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to bring. It's Ecclesiastes 12. I'm going to get to the point. Verse 3. And the day when the keepers of the house shall Salakia. And the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinding cease because they are few, and those that look out of the window be darkened. Because look, man, it's about to be chaos, man. All of this is leading up to Jacob's trouble. So yes, they want to incite the race war, but of course we're gonna expose the lies, because they the devil. They lying. You know, at the end of the day, you people need to see that this man is the devil, and we're gonna expose him to the fullest. But this is all that is leading up to this race war, and that's what it's leading up to. And jobs are getting short. They Trump already trying to cut your benefits. All of that you people rely on, because y'all relying on this devil to take care of you. That's your daddy, the devil. And like we've been telling a lot of you so-called black females, you know, you rely on your daddy, the devil, and then they be talking about they don't need no man, but you already relying on another man. You're relying on the man to give you food stamps. You're relying on the man to keep a roof over your head. You're relying on the man to do this. What they call him? The man. Doo, doo, doo. I don't know if y'all watched that movie as an inside joke. You know, don't be a menace without drinking your juice in the hood. But if you saw that movie, that's what they called him, the man. So you getting everything from the man anyway. So it don't, like, it just sounds silly, and it just shows you how low vibration y'all is. Y'all very low vibrated. Let me keep reading. Verse 4. And the doors should be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music should be brought low. And that's what's going on. It's no money into a lot of these things anymore. A lot of people are going through it, and then you seeing all of this destruction everywhere because Esau is trying to incite this because he's ready to come down with what? Let me go back to that Revelations 12. You know, it was still a little more. I think I just run to there. I'm on Revelations 12. I'm gonna start at 11. And they overcome him by the blood of the Lamb, which is YAHAWASHI, and by the words of thy testimony, and they love not their lives into death. Exactly. Because true love is ready to die for YAHAWASHI. Therefore rejoice ye heavens and ye that dwell in them. And we rejoicing. We rejoicing because we seeing the downfall of this enemy and we seeing all of his lies being exposed. It's nothing he could do to hide anymore. Everything he do is just showing you that he's the devil, you know, and he's blatantly doing it. You know, he's boldly showing y'all that he's the devil, man. These so-called white people, they really blatantly showing y'all they the devil, these Edomites. Therefore rejoice ye heavens and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, which is your destruction. You the people, the sea is the people. For the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he know that he have but a short time, and he know his time is running out. So he don't have a lot of time anymore. So this devil is really straddling you know, on the defense. You know, he can't really make proper decisions anymore because everything he's doing, it got to be quick now. So now when he's trying to push this quick, it's getting more sloppier and sloppier. So he's just being exposed on each side. It's like he really making himself look bad. You know, he really making himself look bad, which is proof. Nahum 3:1. It says, "Woe to the bloody city, which is their destruction. It is full of lies and robbery, the prey departed not." And everybody's seeing the lies. Everybody is noticing the robbery now because we are the robbed people. And the prey departed not. He never departed. And this is a bloody city. He gained everything by murder. He never gained anything by working hard. You know, it's by murder, destruction, and lies. That's it. He didn't do anything productive to get somewhere. It was by murders, lies, and robbery. That's it. That's all this devil do. He don't do anything productive. He's just good at with that sword because that was his blessing. And he using his blessing very well. And showing you that, hey man, I'm gonna do what the hell I want. Let's make, hold on, let me get that. Let me see. Oh yeah. Let me get that wisdom of Solomon. This is wisdom of Solomon 2 and 11. I'm gonna just get to the point. Let me get to the point. This is wisdom of Solomon 2 and 11. Let our strength be the law of justice, for that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth. Exactly. So they're making they're making their own laws up, and they're making a forget what we got in the Constitution, forget what we already got set up, forget what we say that the laws of the land is. We're gonna do things our way. We're gonna do it how we want to do it. We don't care. They don't follow anything that they say they're going to do. They not just people. Only just people will do that. These are not a holy people. These are the devil. They're going to deceive you. They're going to lie. They're not going to hold the end of their bargain. Even though all the laws in the world say that the Supreme Court is the top law over all laws, they do not keep it though. This is in their black laws book, man. This is in their own information, and they don't keep it. So you think these devils have any morals? No, they're gonna do whatever the hell they want to do. They're gonna make the law of justice their own power. It says, therefore, let us lie and wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn. He is clean contrary to our doing. He is upbraiding us with our offerings. Offering the law and objecting to our information the transgressions of our education. So yeah, man, these people is not gonna follow anything that has to do with with the laws of the lands, which is supposed to be off the Bible, which is supposed to be following YAHAWASHI's ways, but they're not following YAHAWASHI's ways. You know, so these people is going to pay for all of their wickedness. They're going to pay for the things that they have done and lied to the people about and doing how they wanted to do. No, you got to pay for that. And these Edomites will pay. You know, because it ain't no escaping it. You can't change what's inevitable. You have to go. It ain't got nothing to do with us, but y'all going to lay and wait for the righteous to try to murder us and try to make us to look like we the devil. That's what y'all waiting to do. Because all of this is really what y'all doing is trying to expose these so-called YNs, and all of this is to try to make us look bad, you know? You know, because that wasn't even a real YN. You know, he was just a young man doing his thing. Give me 1 second. Salakia about that. Just had to make a quick pause. But these devils has to pay for all of the things they have did and accusing our brethren, accusing our people, and making it seem like they're gonna get away with it. You're not getting away with the things you did. You have to pay for these things. And it's coming to that point where everybody is gonna want to put hands on Esau. Because he think when he get to this point, he gonna win. This is Job 20 and 22. It says, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he should be in straits. Every hand of the wicked should come upon him. And that wicked go into I think it's Imal. And it means the laborers, you know, the laborer, you know. So these laborers is about to put hands on you devils for all of the that you lied about, all of the things that you did. Everybody is ready to hurt you, you know, these laborers, and they want to get you, and they're going to get you through the power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, because y'all gonna have to pay, you know. And it says, when he is about to fill his belly, the Most High Power of God should cast the fury of his wrath upon him and shall rain it upon him while he is eating, and he's gonna get attacked. He's not gonna escape what's inevitable. He's never meant to escape what's inevitable. This devil got to go down, and he has to pay. He has to pay for all of the things he had done, and it's just right. You know, that's what true justice is. You know. Oh yeah, I grabbed the wrong one. This is 2 Thessalonians 1:6. Seeing it is a righteous thing with the Most High Power of God to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you. And this is all gonna come through the power of Yahawashim, through the power of Yahawashim Yahushua, not through our own will, not through our own strength. We ain't gonna do nothing. This is all through the will of Yahawashim Yahushua, because he got to give us that power. He has to give us the chance to get our revenge. Vengeance is gonna start with him, and then he gonna grant that power to us to relay that vengeance on you Edomites. Simple as that. Because it's not going to be of our own will, our own thing. But what we're going to keep doing is we're going to keep exposing you through the power of Yahweh Shem Shai, showing you that you're a liar, and you keep trying to incite this. You want to incite this war. And we understand why. Because time is running out. Time is running out, devil. And just nothing you can do about it. This is Ecclesiasticus 25:7. There be 9 things which I had judged in my heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter it with my tongue. A man that have joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy. And we're literally living in these times, seeing the fall of these devils, and they're going down, and there's nothing they can do to escape this. You know, everything you're doing, or you think you has tried to done, or you think you're going to get away with, it's not going to happen. You're going to get exposed on every level. The truth is coming to the light, and it's only one truth. Ain't no other truths. This is the only truth, that we are the Israelites, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and some of you that may look like the other nations, may even dress like the heathens, or whatever, but you're really Israelites by blood through your father. Simple as that. Y'all are the ones that's going to wake up, the elect, not all of them, the elect. Cause that's all Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai is coming back for. It's the elect. And that's what they're mad about. That's what you Edomites are mad about. That's what y'all hate. That Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai is going to be with us and not with y'all anymore. And plus y'all want to play this God complex, and it's not going to work. Everything is written how it's going to be written. This is just what it is. You're going to have to deal with what you got to deal with. There's nothing you can do to reverse the hand of Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai. It's nothing you're going to be able to do to stop the will of Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai. And hey, man, it is what it is. Just accept your fate. That's all I can really say. Just accept your fate. Accept what you're going to have to deal with, because you're not escaping this. Ain't no running from this. There's no getting away from this. And shalom to everybody that was on the comment board or listening and tuning in. But just want to throw that out there. But yeah. This is great news. Really, this is great news. Why? But I'm gonna be closing it soon. This is Revelations 13. I think it's 11. 11. Hold on. Not Revelations, my bad. This is what's it? Romans 13 and 11. It says, and that knowing the time that is now, Salakia, and that knowing the time that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than we believe. Our salvation is more near. The more we see this man decline in his own queendom, the more you see our stock is rising. Hey, the Israelite stock is rising. And even our women is seeing that, because they going to have to get with a man, that's going to have more than one wife. And he's going to be the one to pick you. Your women are not picking any brother. You're not going to pick the brother you're going to be with. That brother might choose you to be with another brother. You could have been listening to his videos, gopping at him the whole time, and he might send you to another brother, because we're going to do the picking. That's just what it is. And you better hope that you get picked, because when this stuff go down, it's going down. This going down in our lifetime. Our salvation is, so it's time to get right. And then you men that's supposed to be dealing, get on your square and dig deep and continue walking this walk, because we don't have too much time left. It's about to get crazy out here, and the only thing we're going to be protected by is the will of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. Simple as that. Ain't nothing else going to get us out of this place or get us out of this destruction except for Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. And that's it. That's all we got. That's all we need anyway. We don't need nothing else. So if you want to eventually get delivered out of this destruction that's about to come, Jacob's trouble, which is coming, Jeremiah 30. We're gonna go ahead and read this, and then I'm gonna be closing this out. So start at 5. For thus saith the Lord Yahweh, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace, because ain't no peace coming here. See, it's not gonna be peaceful. It's about to be war. War is coming. That's what y'all don't understand. War is coming, and it's about to get crazy out here, real nasty out here, man. And it's going to happen, It's going to happen, So let me go ahead. Verse 6. Ask ye now and see rather a man do travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hand on his loins as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness? Because it's going to get that crazy out here. It's going to get that crazy out. It's going to be that messed up out here. And that's something you people are not checking to see, man. It's about to be nasty out here, man. And the only ones that's going to be protected is the elect. That's it. The elect. Nobody else is going to be protected. If you're not of the elect, you will be destroyed. Verse 7. Alas, for that day is great, so there is none like it. It is even a time of Jacob's trouble, but he should be saved out of it. And the only one who's going to get saved out of JT's time is the elect. That's it. That's it. Ain't nobody else is getting protected. And that's the he that's going to get saved. It's the elect. And it start with the men. That's it. The 144,000 teachers, the leaders, the men that's teaching. Now we already understand that 1/3 is going to be of women. It's going to be men in that, because you're going to have young men. You're going to have older men. You're going to have young women. You're going to have older women. You're going to have just children. So we understand that. But the 144,000, the one that's singing this song, is the men that's out here teaching you and letting you know, get right before it's too late, because it's about to be a total mayhem out here. Armageddon is coming, and you want to be prepared in the mind and getting yourself together before this destruction hit. This is not the time to play around. This ain't the time to turn around. This is the time to deal harder, because they're going to be coming down. And who are they coming for? Us Israelites. That's who the real target is. They're just putting everything on everybody else, but the real target is us. So I'm going to go ahead and close this out. 40 minutes in. So with that, I want to give all praise and glory and honor to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai by Hashem Rakakadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders and GMS and brothers that sincerely doing this work. And a few sisters are listening, learning, and being obedient to their husbands. They keep pushing.